Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Job chapters 29 through 31. Job 29 to 31 is kind of Job's final stand. It's his last defense. So in chapter 29, he's going to do some nostalgic things. He's going to look back a little bit, recalling the days when life was good, kind of one of those good old days kind of moments. He talks about the times when God's presence in his life was extremely tangible, when he could see God working actively in his life. He considers the time when he could see God's light guiding his path and his lamp as a illuminating mark for his feet, right? He talks about how he was highly respected and everybody looked to him, and how he could be known for all the good things he did in the community, loving the poor and taking care of those who are needing help. But then in chapter 30, he contrasts that with his current state of what he calls or considers humiliation. He's lamenting. That's a biblical word for the idea of he's crying out and he's complaining. It's a theological or spiritual complaining moment, right? And so he's lamenting about how he's being mocked and made fun of by his friends and people who see him as less honorable and a person of absolutely no value anymore. He vividly describes what his suffering is like, talking about his physical pain and his loneliness and isolation and this never-ending state of torment and torture that he feels like he's in. Job feels like he's been not just suffering and struggling, but abandoned by God, who he believes has turned against him. And he is in a moment of despair over this unreversible situation he's in. In chapter 31, Job is going to make this plea, this oath, this promise, listing the ways that he's lived righteously and avoiding sin. And he declares that he has remained faithful in his thoughts and actions. He has stayed away from all sorts of lying and adultery, and he's treated his servants and those who are poor with fairness and compassion. He tells, basically, he says he respects God for his judgment, acknowledging that God is right in everything he does, but at the same point, he's inviting God to respond to all of this complaint and lament, expressing his heartfelt willingness to face whatever divine judgment he needs, but also begging for God's mercy simultaneously. That's where we're going to end chapter 31. Be well, friends.